So we're live.
Are we? It doesn't say it. It just said we're scheduled.
I see live on my side.
I'll check the thing before we start.
But while you're doing it, let me just try to share to.
Can y'all hear us out there?
Yeah, it says it's live now too. I see that.
Well, hey y'all. Welcome to episode 52 of Theories and Thoughts podcast with Arnya and.
All right.
Did you say your name?
Fancy. Yes, I did.
That was me.
Okay. I thought it was my phone. I'm like, it don't sound like I'm that loud.
And welcome to Wind Down. I got my wine down. This is the show where we talk about everything, some things that's going on with us, I guess.
You started off with something so grand, and you're like about to say everything, so and so, but okay, yeah. Well, yeah.
Let's jump into a short recap real quick, and then we'll get into what's going on with us. So, on our first episode this month, we had Brittany Boge. I cannot figure out how to say her name.
I thought it was like Bogus. Her
dad was Monk. Don't worry about it. He was the shortest person in the NBA. Him.
Mumsy? Is that how you?
Him. Okay. So that was her father. That's her father. And she has she do brand, but we was talking about domestic violence. She talked about domestic violence in her when she was in college. So kind of got a conversation. We had a conversation about that. And then, her father being who he is, how that kind of, how she didn't want to say anything and everything. What I can say is I've shared my story, Fancy. I've shared hers last year, what have you. If you're a part of a domestic violence relationship, put a name on it and get out of there. Anything else, Fancy?
Get out of there the right way. I always say that I think it's important that people say that, because you can't just up and leave. Like, that could be even more dangerous. And I've learned, that from someone that was an advocate. So, and she's been working with domestic violence. She was a victim herself, and then she has been working with domestic violence for like years. She was a part of the ones that started a lot of the legislature that has come about like in the past 20 years or so. So I just want to note that because it is important.
It is very important. Second week, we had my boo, Berkeley, the artist, where we talked about his book, about his COVID-19 journey, some things that happened. His book can be found on Amazon. It is The Red Sofa. How I Got Over the Red Sofa by Berkeley, the artist, or it may say Franklin Davis before. That's his name. Really got into how it affected him and how he went through and the demons that he actually had to face in his dream. It was a really great conversation. So yeah.
Yeah, I've actually got kicked out of that most of that conversation. So, and it was like I was even having a hard time just hearing you all. And I guess it's bad of me because I hadn't went back and watched the episode, or I put it together, but y'all know how I be working. I'm still trying to share the live. Like, I don't get it. It seems like every week I can never share. That's why I did like when I was able to share, stream from my page directly as well. But I'm trying. So that's the reason why I keep looking down. Just letting y'all know I'm not being rude. Well, it might be rude, but I'm doing this for a reason.
I was able to get mine. I don't know. I just went.
Yeah, I see you shared it. Even when I try to go to it, it says something about something broken.
You know what? For a little while, I was having issues with that too.
Really?
Like sharing. So I would have to copy and paste, copy from the SwagHer page and just paste it on my page.
Oh, so like copy the link?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can do that. Like, not even that much shows up. Y'all know it's Mercury retrograde, and it's just like,
I don't know what all that means.
well, we just one of the clients wrote a really good article about it, but it can cause chaos in different aspects of your life, whether it be communication, relationships, and technology. And Google has been crazy all day. So
when did it go in retrograde?
October the 13th. Ends November the 4th, and the shadow season, I think it's called, is like to November the 20th. It's a really good article. I'm not just saying it because it's on our website, but like she broke it down because I've been trying to understand. I've tried to explain it to you somewhat before, but like now I really get it. Like, oh, okay, so yeah.
I'm learning so much from Fancy, y'all. I'm so not that girl. She didn't tell me to meditate. I didn't tell everybody else to meditate. She told me to meditate. I tell everybody else to meditate. You need to meditate. And she told me about this Mercury retro, and she told me about the horoscopes and different things. And I be like, oh. Yeah. Like just little things, y'all. It's funny because that's how our relationship is. We learn. I think we give and take. We learn from one another.
Yeah, and I didn't say anything, but I learned a lot from you. I actually learned more like social skills, to be honest, from you. That's because that's just something, it's really, and I've shared before that I don't just have like a lot of women friends. So with the ones that I have, I pick up little things, like it kind of helps you to see like, okay, this is normal. This is what so-and-so would do in this situation and so on. So yeah, it is a give and take sort of relationship.
It definitely is. And and as we always gushing over each other, I'm so blessed to have her in my life. We go through it. We don't be wanting to talk, and we can be honest because we've talked about that before. But here we are.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw my interview last week, but I talked about that. Like I talked about our friendship because it was about sisterhood with Deidre Sanderlin, and so I just kind of touched on you, and I touched on my relationship with Carlin, with my friendship with Carlin, just because you all are two very significant people in my life. So, but it was a really good conversation, and I was like, now I got to make certain I got to send you the link or something so you can hear it.
Yeah, send it to me. Because I did catch your interview with the mayor. It was really good. I thought that you did amazing. I thought she was amazing as well. Like she was on it, honey.
That's what I said. I love that. Like to me, she checked all the boxes in my opinion. And that was my first time doing an interview of that sort. But at the same time, it made me like look at other candidates. I've began to really look at people's plans and agendas and so on. Mm-hmm. And so to see her like already have everything together, I was like, okay, yeah.
Because you said, why should we vote for you? She was like, oh, why? Let me tell you. I was like, down now, tell us.
Yeah.
I try to, a lot of times, I know some of y'all know that I work a part-time job. So sometimes I don't get to watch, or I'm working my full-time job and maybe have a meeting. But if I'm redirected, sometimes I go to the page and I'll be like, let me check this out. Or what's her name? She does great. You always say she talks about something that you
Chris Natha.
Let me tell y'all something. If y'all can catch her live, listen.
It's always like what you going through at the time. Like
she's really good. She's really, really, really good. And the way she's just so calm. And she's like this. And she's not us. She's so not us. But she brings such a great energy. And you need those types of things. Let me tell y'all something. I know we got one more person to talk about, but listen, it's important to have friends around you who are different. And that's what I've learned as well. You need people around you who are different. You need people around you who's going to push you. I was just sitting here thinking earlier, let me just tell you. And I believe, one thing I tell y'all, I believe in giving people their flowers while they're living. And one thing Fancy does is it's almost like if I say I want to do something, Fancy find a way for me to do that. Like I said, I want manage. I'm about to start managing people. Fancy like, well, you can manage me. It's like, I want to say I started writing and she was just like, keep doing. She really is a very positive influence. Not talking about the other people that was in my life, but that's just how we roll. And I appreciate you so much. I don't think you understand how much I appreciate you and I love you before that, because it's like, I be sitting here like, let me get on top of this. Let me do this because I said I was going to do this. And she'd be like, did you do this? And I'd be like, yeah. Like I probably just did it, but it got done, you know, but it was before you asked, you followed up on it. But it's just so funny. It, you know, even when I was the manager of the magazine, it was like, okay, this is where I wanted to thrive. This is what I said I wanted to do. So let me do it. Let me get into it. And if y'all don't have nobody in your life that does that, I have three people that I talk to every day. You. And I always tell people, nobody can call me before 7 o'clock but Fancy. Don't call me because you ain't getting through. But Fancy, Arnya is a great support too, because you know she may not be an entrepreneur, but she's a boss in her own right. And that's why I say LadiCEO, because she's a manager at her job. You know, she manages her kids and her husband. Her house be straight. And I always look at her and be like, dang, I want to be like that. Let me tell you, her son got baseball practice. She on top of that. They got something to eat, you know, every night. That ain't my zhush, but I admire her for that because that's what she does. That's, you know. And then Sharona, y'all know Sharona be on here. I'm actually managing Sharona now too, and it's a different type of situation. And man, Sharona talk about building, branding. She tell me what she want to do, and I kind of do like you. Well, here, look, this is who's doing this now. So look, you gonna do what I'm telling you to do or no? So yeah, y'all need people around y'all that's gonna push y'all, who's gonna feed off you, and that's gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because all three of them, I have other people that I talk to. Don't get me wrong, other people that I love so dearly. But those three, I'm gonna talk to them at some point in my day. At some point in my day.
I have to say, like, my best friend and I don't even know when the last time was we actually talked on the phone. Maybe a year ago. But our texting, you know, we love to text, and we may not even text every day, but I think she's still, like, you know, just a great person to have in my corner, because like you said, while she is working on her own businesses now, but before, you know, she was a professional, so it used to be kind of different. But I've just been watching her grow, and she's really thriving now with it and kind of transitioning more into being an entrepreneur. But at the same time, she's always like, you know how I am about astrology, so she's a Cancer. And if for people that don't know, Cancers, those are the crabs. So they hard on the outside, you know, soft in the inside. And that is her. Oftentimes, like when I be in situations, I'll be like, what would Ashley do? You know, like, so I can have to think to myself, because especially if it's something where I know I gotta like step outside of myself, then that's gonna be the personality that I'm gonna go to. And she stayed on me. Like she just told me the other day, you know, like you gonna get tired of people walking over you. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, but it's her. And then there's my brother, Darius. He's 2 years younger than me. But my brother and I just have the most interesting, in-depth conversations, I think. And I just be like, I often tell him we should possibly do something like a podcast, because I think we have such a different type of relationship than what a lot of siblings have. Like, you know, some siblings just be like, no, I'm done with this person. I could never, you know, I could never be that way with him, you know. And it's like we have such love and respect for each other that when we say things to each other, and it's kind of like you and I, you know, it might not be something you want to hear, but you know this person is telling you this because they care about you.
Right.
So, like, to have a male perspective of that is so interesting, you know, because sometimes he'll tell me, he was the person that really told me, like, he told me if riding the fence was a person, it'd be you. And when he told me that, it was kind of like this summer, they really made me change up.
I was thinking about that, right?
Yeah, I was like, wow, really? This has come from you? Because he was like, you know so much, you're so smart, you always saying you want to do this. But so I'm just, that's also my biggest support system as far as in my family, as far as, you know, having a business, because I've shared before how my family does not really agree with me having a business at all. So yeah, but yeah, so I don't have 3, but I have 2, and we don't talk every day, but you know, the communication is just so good. I think that's a big part of things.
3.
Oh, I'm sorry, you 3. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You look, and you and I or like we do text every day.
We text every day, all day sometimes. I just like we may not talk. It's gonna contact some type of way. And I feel like, you know, it's more like we've said, it's more than just a friendship, it's a sisterhood with us. But yeah, that's why I said we should have our brothers, because my brother's like so cool, calm. I be like, and this happened, and they said it, and he be like, get to the point. Like, he be really like
so logical, like, you know,
very logical. And I be like, and they shouldn't have did. And he be like, okay, so what you're saying is this happened and this, and now you're upset. Okay, right. Well, I feel like you have a right to be upset. But what else? And I can't stand you. Actually, my brother's a military man. He was lieutenant colonel. So I always tell people I don't get along with military people because he just be so, and it's not so nonchalant. He being in the military, you had to stay level. You couldn't just, right. And he's very extra sister. And I love my brother so much. We grew into our relationship. So we're gonna have them on. We're gonna have your brother on, my brother on. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna talk about though. But
I have an idea though. I'm gonna have to tell you about it, but I first gotta see. But you know how my mind kind of, you know, I like to be creative. So yeah.
Yeah, be creative. Brother and sister against brother and sister. That might be fun.
Yeah, so I was thinking something kind of like that too.
Because when I had my conference, my brother was like, I was waiting for you to call me. You know, me and Jarmel, his wife's name is, I love my sister-in-law. When I tell you I love her, that's my sister. They've been together since his freshman year in college. So, hey, Sharona, girl, we already talked about you.
Like, Sharona, you all late and stuff. Like,
no, we didn't talk about you. Sharona's gonna be a guest in December to talk about hair. Because y'all know that's my go-to person. Her hair. Did you see her picture of her hair, her and her husband's hair?
Was that them like with their backs to us?
Yes.
I knew though, when I looked at the picture, I was like, well, Sharona and her husband's hair is long. You know, I remember her kind of saying it before, and I maybe had saw another picture, but by, you know, them having their backs to us, I really couldn't tell, but wow. Because I'm already sitting here really debating, like, are you going to trim your hair or something? Because it's starting to get on my nerves. And I never really had that happen before, but yeah, like, cause it's starting to get in my food and stuff, you know, like.
That's why I'm ready for this. I'm just ready for hair to be gone. I'm about to get my hair done. I was debating on cutting it off. For the night show. I'm about to get a whole nother color, girl. You already know how I get down. Stop acting.
Okay, you really changed your hair. It gotta be like, is it 2 weeks? Like,
it's been 4 weeks, believe it or not. I know, it's been 4 weeks.
I'm like, you worse than Dylan, because Dylan be driving me crazy, girl. She'll be done just got her hair done, and then trying to show me 1,000 pictures of other people Instagram. You know, like this and next. Like, wait, I just dropped you off, and you know how I hate taking her places. Like, why you already trying to do this? You know?
I seen that post yesterday, and I had to talk to you as you was dropping off Tay, and you was like, I don't have to pick up nobody's kids. And I was like, I know she's happy.
That just made my night. I went to sleep early.
Arnya changes her hair every 6 days. Shut your mouth, girl. Mind your business. Let me tell y'all, and I'm debating, and Sharona said, you gonna take that out? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, I'm about to dye my hair. She said, oh God, what color? What you about to do? And I said, she said, I mean, in other words, she was basically like, why? And I was like, it's either that or cut it off. I'm ready to cut my hair off. But I keep saying I'm going to keep it until 40. And we're going to see. Because I see the people with the nice big hair and it be their hair. And I want to be that person. But I just don't be feeling like dealing with my hair.
That was always my goal when I was just, you know, when I just wore my hair natural. And it was like, it would never happen because one side of my hair was different than the other side. And it was like always, I think it's this side. It's not gonna come out the same. Really? But I saw my one of my sisters had hers out, and girl, it was so beautiful. And it wasn't even all that big, but she just looked so beautiful with it. But I know it's a woman on Instagram. I love, I think she like an influencer, and hers is so big. It's not even. but she's so cute. I think she's from the Caribbean or something. But I just be like, how does she even get through the door? Like, she was dressing like she was about to go somewhere, and I was just like, how does that work? You know, or when you out places, we really not supposed to be in crowded places right now. But you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like her hair might bump people or something. I don't know.
Well, our last person was DeMarcus Bailey. We talked about the importance of representation. I think we talked more about representation than he did about representation of Blacks in films. We did talk about his start, how he wasn't even a writer. He wasn't no journalist. He wasn't nothing. It's just God-given talent. Did you get a chance to watch that movie?
I have not.
It's a really good movie.
Text it to me, though.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, just so I can remember. But I like DeMarcus's story, though, you know, because like you said, it is just God-given talent. And the fact that he had never written anything. And I'm sitting here like, because, you know, over the summer, I was helping a friend work on a script. So, and then I've edited stage plays before. So when he's like, you know, I just went in there and got, I was like, wait, what?
Don't make you mad. Don't make you mad. You be like,
you know, work so hard, and then somebody else just got this gift that just
effortlessly. Yeah, so he was he's the I went to his plays and I've watched his movies. They're actually really good. Like I told him, you heard him, he said I could be in one of his next things, so you know that's what I'm about to do. That part. Y'all know I'm an actress on the sleep. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I guess we kind of, you know, wind down this kind of girl chat. So we've been doing that anyway. So how you feeling anyway tonight?
I'm good. Like, this month has gone by so fast. It's almost every month seem to be doing, even the weeks, you know, it'll be Wednesday all over again. And for me, since we started the podcast, Wednesday is now like my Friday/Saturday sort of thing, because this is, well, maybe a Saturday, because these Tuesdays kind of be like a Friday, because it really takes a lot out of me doing the podcast. But just stating, you know, again, I love doing it, but I'm just saying, you know, just sharing it. Okay. So, but I'm actually like, I'm good. I'm kind of concerned about how the elections are going to go next week. Man, when I say I tried to go and vote early today because I had to wait on my card. And I had started getting worried, but it came Friday evening. Like, the girl even left the thing up on the mailbox to make certain that I saw that it was there. And it was actually both me and my sons. But then I was trying to wait on him this morning, and we can actually vote like right across the street, but we can't early vote right across the street. So that's the thing. And I was going to have to find a place, and I was going to go, but traffic was horrible today. So I'm like, I'm just going to make certain I'm there November the 3rd. And I'm going to be like out there super early, because I want to go ahead on and get this out the way. And you know how me and my anxiety is, like, I'm just anticipating it, wait and all of that. And then, but I was going to say though, I saw so many people at the Secretary of State's office or along that area the other day when I went through there. Like, I had no idea. Initially, I was like, oh, those people are early voting. And then when I came back through and could really see them in full, like the parking lots are full, and most of them did not look anything like us. And I just kind of wondered how they were going to be voting, but they turned out in droves, though.
We're not voting for Biden, though. We're not even voting for Biden, girl. These men, they got on my damn nerves, to be honest with you. They just getting on my nerves. But I get what you're saying. I early voted. And it only took me, 23 minutes? It was a long line. It was a long line, but I go right here. I went to the place I always go to vote. And out here, as long as it's in the county, I know you guys have parishes, but as long as it's in the county, you can go anywhere that there's an election. Election thing is actually the regular election places.
Poll. Well, see, that's the thing. I could have went to another poll, but you already know how I don't really know what places in around here. And I was really trying to wait on Ty to see if he was going to go with me, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I said, at least if I go next week, I can make certain that he also goes. It's just, but he never came home. So, you know.
Yeah, I know. Wait, 18, 19 now?
Girl, he's 21. He made 21 this month. On the 2nd.
Girl, you
yeah. I am. I was thinking about that today. Even as I was getting dressed, I said I gotta thank my sisters on Facebook that's 40 and up that's kind of like helping relieve that anxiety that I have about about turning 40. Because
I'm 40 in 8 months.
Okay. How do you feel about it?
I feel good. 30. Okay, so 30 for me was, I had a girlfriend who was 30 and she was just out there. And I was like 20 something, 21 maybe. I was early, like maybe even 19. I don't even know how old I was. And I always said, if I turn 30 and I'm acting the same way you acting, I will be very disappointed in myself. And when I got to 30 and I was, successful, I was doing different things, I was like, hell yeah. So 40, I had no anticipation for it. I just feel like I look damn good for 40. And that's how and that's how I feel. I honestly feel like I went to go look for a wig for a shoot that I'm doing for my shoot. And I had on the mask. The girl was like, so what you getting the wig for? And I was like, oh, my 40th shoot. She was like, dang, y'all look young. And I was like, well, thank you. Well, thank you. And a lot of people think that I am in my late 20s. A lot of people, I get that so much, that they think I'm in my late 20s, especially when I ain't got my makeup on. They really think that I'm like super, super, super young. But my personality enhances that youthfulness. So
I can see that.
That's why. But I'm happy because there's so many people who are in worse situations than me. Mm-hmm. And they're 40 or they're about to be 40. Although I don't have a husband and I don't have a kid, that weighed on me just a little bit, but I'm good. Like, I don't want to get pregnant now. Because I'm going to be pregnant when I'm 40. I don't want that.
Okay. That's like a different chain of thought.
Yeah.
If that's where you're at. I mean, but if that's where you're at, then
I would have loved to be married, and hopefully maybe I'll find, my mate will find me by 40, but it's not a goal, because marriage is not a goal for me. It's something that I want, don't get me wrong, but it's not a destination. Let me say that. It's the journey. It's still a part of the journey. But I just feel like I'm hella good at 40, about to be 40. We have this podcast. We'll be, a year and a half. By then, I work, my full-time job. I'm about to apply for this master's program. Hell, I have my businesses rolling. Come on now. Yeah. I know I'll be 40 on it. Okay, that part. So I feel really good about 40.
Well, I still have some time to go. My kids are gonna be, I don't know. Dylan was telling me today that she might not ever have any nieces and nephews, and I'm just like, Lord, y'all really serious about me not having any grandkids? And I'm kind of concerned about that. But I don't want them early, so I'm good. I'll just wait it out and just see, But both my girls, like, they don't want kids, and Ty's very family oriented though, so maybe he'll have a kid, and he's of age. But I don't know. Other than that, like, I love how you said that about marriage being part of the journey.
Yeah.
And I get that, because a part of me, I've often thought before that, like, I wanted to be married a second time before 40, actually before 35, because I did my years, like, when I was 30, when 30 hit and I wasn't where I wanted to be, I was like, okay, 32. Then it was like 35. So now 35 is passed, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? It might happen, but I realize, like, the older I get, the more, I guess you say, settled into life I'm becoming myself, and just like not having another person around. It kind of gets to the point where I'm like, when I do have someone around, it's kind of different, like, I be wondering, can I really adjust to this, having some, because I realize, like, I feel like I'm a special case already. So, I am. So I'm like, they can live elsewhere, or we kind of split some time or something.
You can live over there and I'm gonna live here. But let me say this. Something that I learned, because so many times we look at it and we're like, oh, I want to be here, I want to be there. But we miss the things that we have accomplished. You have a magazine. How many people can say they have a magazine that's 10 years? Who can say a award?
I don't just, I don't actually. Okay, because I'm like, I'm very, I keep my little gratitude journal. So I'm very aware of my accomplishments. And so, and that even kind of makes me more guarded in some ways, And I've kind of shared before with my last relationship, I was concerned about his, idiocracy ruining stuff for me, or, things that I have been working on. So, yeah, I look at that now also with people, like, not everybody is a good helpmate or can really, a lot of men think they want a successful woman, and then it's like, you can't handle it too much. I'm not gonna lie, most of my relationships in the past have always had a sense of men not being comfortable with my line of work, with me having to go places and get dressed up or talking to other men. And I'm like, I can't deal with anybody with insecurities like that. So
we talked about that on the panel that I was on. I mentioned to you guys that last Friday I was on a panel where I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it, but Arnitra hit me up and she was like, the kids to income ratio. I say, yes, kids to income ratio. I'm checking it. I'm checking that out, because I don't think people really, and I'm not looking down on people, because here's what happens. When I say I don't want a kid without being married, or whenever I say, I don't want a man who have a bunch of kids, or people get offended. And I'm not talking to them personally. I'm speaking about things that I want for my life. And here's how I explained it. The kids to income ratio. Right now, I like to travel. I'm always doing something. I'm always going somewhere doing something. What if I meet a man who have a bunch of kids? He can't go, because he might have to pay, and I'm not looking down on him taking care of them kids, because that's what I want him to do. But he may have to take care of them kids and get that done. And if his income ain't up to par, most of his income is going to child support, so I'm paying for everything. And I just don't want to take care of men if I don't have, I don't want to if I don't have to. Now, don't get me wrong, in relationships, you have to carry the weight sometimes. It happens. Sometimes the weight shifts. And I get that. But I'm saying, going into this thing, why can't I have a man that's successful? Why can't I look at the fact that he got 10 kids and he may be struggling to helping take care of them 10 kids? And I'm supposed to say, oh, you know what? I'm going to still be here. No, I'm with you, dude. You good and everything. But that's not the type of man that I want.
Okay. Well, I already understood the ratio. As a parent, of course. I mean, I just look at it like, I don't see that any differently. I get it. When I'm looking at someone, I'm looking like, okay, I already come with 3. How many you come with? So I do get that. But I will say, I think maybe it's a hard truth, for people. So even though you may not be speaking directly to them, you are speaking to them, because we look at that, we do still know, hey, I'm already trying to take care of this many kids and So really, you know what I mean? It's something that I would think any rational or, mature person, adult, would think to themselves as well. You do have to be mindful of that. So I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just, it's a hard pill to swallow, but hey, at the end of the day, you got to swallow it, because really, if the man isn't taking care of his kids, then now you with a deadbeat. Do you want that? So, and I looked at that before, wow, yeah. So I got stories, but I ain't about to get into it on the third space.
And I look at, like you were saying, the level of, come on, let's go. As in, when it comes to business, I can't be with I met this guy. He was a really good guy. Don't get me, really good guy. We had the best conversations. It was excellent. But he said I was trying to change him. Actually, I'll say I wasn't trying to change him. But what I did tell him was, you can't go into certain business places with your pants hanging off your ass, saying yeah and oh, I mean yo and yeah nigga and this, that, and the other with me. That don't work for me. And I can't be with you because of that, because you're not willing to adjust. And it's not me trying to change you. It's really me I am right here. And on the social scene, you down here. And that's not me being ill towards you. I absolutely adore you. But I have to look at the fact that I'm a businesswoman. In certain situations, you're going to be a representation of me. You right. Always a representation of me. So if you out here carrying yourself that way, just like I'm a representation of you, if you out here carrying yourself that way, they not gonna want to do business with me. And the funny thing is, I was listening to Hustle Harder, 50 Cent book. He said that. He said he looked at the way people dress. That's how it plays a part in if he gonna do business with them. And I was like, I knew I wasn't tripping. Like those would make you think that you're tripping. If my education level, like I said, I'm about to go for my master's, and some that don't get me wrong, there's people with high school diplomas who they know business, they doing it. You know what I'm saying? They got some people with degrees that ain't shit. Don't get me wrong, because the degree don't, But you have to look. I have to look at how well you gonna represent me. And like to what you said, I was saying that all to say that in relationships, I have to really watch. I have to really be cautious. Although I do not like sleeping by myself, I have to really be cautious. You look like you was about to say something.
Gosh, I kind of was at one point. It was related to the trying to change you part. It made me think about in my last relationship that was like something I really struggle with internally, because I always say, like, I don't believe we own people, so we shouldn't try to change people, especially if you won't change for them. And so, or you don't want them to be trying to change you. And that thought was like something that just really, it weighed heavily on me. And we would kind of have those conversations as well. Like for him, it wasn't so much this I'm a thug sort of look, but it was like, oh, I gotta have everybody's attention. Look at me. I work out. I got a nice body, And that really just, it also was, and then let me try to be the class clown. And a lot of times in the midst of that, you're saying stuff that doesn't align with, all the stuff that I've been saying that I believe for the past 10 years, So just, I don't think people really look at that. And I think people that don't look at that, obviously not looking further enough in life or something. And some people get to just, I'm one of those type of people. I will kind of avoid a situation if I feel like I gotta change too much. You know what I mean? And I've had to learn to work on that, because a lot of times you're holding yourself back because you're trying to stay comfortable. You know what I mean? So I had to look at that as well. I look at it from both perspectives. But I think especially dating now in this day and age, you would think that everybody just kind of grasps that, especially if you're dating someone with a business or, someone that has some type of goals in life, that not everything is going to be acceptable. You got to know when to tone it down,
Right. I mean, my ex fiance told me, I hope that you just changed. One day he told me that, and it was because of my personality. That's a difference. Opposed to me just wanting you to put on some slacks and a shirt and speak proper English. And that's the thing. You have to look at those things whenever you're looking into a relationship, especially when you are garnering success, when you're moving forward. It's certain things. And for so many years, I didn't look at that. I was, he trying. Help him out and different things. And
I need you to have some of that already prepared.
especially by 40. Sorry. I mean,
seriously, like some of it, like I don't mind. And again, because we'll be like, oh no, I can't. But yeah, you're gonna have to possibly give a little, but you shouldn't have to give a lot. And I think men nowadays definitely just be like, oh no. I mean, especially like I said, I have kids. I've gone through a lot in life that has made me like have to look at a situation kind of like from how a man might be viewing me. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of a catch-22, because then at the same time I also had to look at like, am I settling? Because I think that a lot of men may not want somebody with 3 kids already that's damn near grown. But either you want them or you don't, and if you don't, then I'm gonna keep on moving. And they not all kids and they about to be leaving. But at the same time, I want someone that's gonna value family. Like that's something my therapist and I really talked about a lot. I've shared that with you and I think on here or whatever. And I now realize, like, with whoever it is, a lot of times guys can we just talk about this? How guys be acting like they be putting stuff like single father in their bios, and they ain't saw their kids. Like the pictures be from like 93 or something.
When they have daughter day and son day, and you be like, I didn't even know you had a kid. And you talk about,
I haven't saw those now, but the ones I be seeing is like, I'm a single dad just trying to, then you start talking to them and it's like, well, where your kids at? Well, they with their mom. Well, when do you get them? Well, I try to get them when I can. What the hell? Like, you just a dad that's single. You're not over here, you know what I mean, tucking kids. That's what my therapist used to say. Until you tuck those kids in at night, you don't understand. So you may not, like, if you've never done that, then you don't understand. So I just think that men just kind of perpetrating in this way. Like the single dad look is the thing or something. Now I don't know.
I'm the first one. They don't like me because I be like, when you talk to your baby, I thought.
No, okay. I'm not gonna ask that.
No, here's the reason. Okay, I don't have any kids. And if we decide to have kids, I have to look at how you treat them kids that you already have. Because if we was to break up, you gonna do me like you do their mama? Oh, well, she was different. No, she wasn't different. You loved her like you loved me at one point. So I actually look at that. How much are you paying into helping your child? Like,
I get that, but you said talk to him. I'm just like, I'm not gonna
talk to your baby today. Like, if we held a conversation, I'd be like, oh, when you talk to your baby, like, how's your relationship with them? I asked.
I'm gonna look, but I'm not. I mean, yeah, and I'm gonna ask that, but I'm not gonna ask to speak to their kids.
No, I didn't ask it to speak to them. I said, you speak to them. No, I don't want to talk to their kid until it's time, because I love kids, and see, I'm that extra person. I'll be buying them stuff and be like, here, just send this from you. Because that's just who I am. I did that with a guy that I was dating. His daughter was way in Virginia, South Carolina, somewhere over there, and I was like, I went to the store. It was when Chloe and them lived with me. Mm-hmm. So I went to Bath and Body Works because Chloe and them wanted Bath and Body. Y'all know I spoiled them kids. They wanted Bath and Body Works. So I got me, my niece Neve, and Chloe and his daughter some stuff from Bath and Body Works.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was like, hey, just tell her it came from you. But to me, it was just, but that's just how I am. That's why I have to be mindful. And see, during holidays and stuff, I'm gonna want my kids with me. I'm gonna want them with me. So, you get them for Thanksgiving this year and Christmas next year. No, that don't work for me. And that's another reason kind of why I really didn't tend to like men who had kids. But I'm open to the idea now, because maybe that's how God has created me to be a wife, because I don't know y'all about having no baby. Them babies be crying at night and I like to sleep. Thank you. They are from Be Fearless. You can go to my Facebook page. What you about to say?
No, I just remember, because I've been looking at them too, and I just remember you showed me a picture of them. Didn't you, when you first got them or something?
Yeah, let me tell y'all about me real quick. I'm random. Fancy, you know I'm random. And I know I'm supposed to be giving you something on this. Y'all, I'll just be, I already did. On my Instagram, yeah. let me tell y'all something. I'm very random, and I have Black women with businesses on my Facebook page. That's how I found the nail polish. Y'all know I love my nail polish. This is actually Autumn Morning from Demi Blue that I got on my nails right now. But I will if I see something I like, I purchase it. And most of the stuff I purchase is from Black women. And she had just posted these on her page, and I was like, I need them. And she said, oh my God, I just posted them 26 seconds ago. This is the fastest someone ever bought something for me. But I love art, as you guys know, and I just buy random stuff. Isn't that so pretty?
It is.
It's hand painted. I don't even remember how much they are, but y'all find out. It's beefy.
Are they heavy?
Huh?
Are they heavy? Like,
no.
Okay.
No. That's another thing. They're not heavy. They were affordable. Maybe $20. I don't know. But I love art. And art.
And just don't forget, y'all, since Arnya mentioned it, that we are going to be sending out our newsletter, just kind of sharing the different Black businesses that we supported each month. So I guess we're gonna start doing it at the end of the month because I gotta get it together. But if you aren't signed up for the newsletter, then you can still sign up at the SwagHer.net website. And I would have had the link. I would have dropped it here so that you also make sure when you're signing up that you subscribe to the TAT tribe is the name on there, if I'm not mistaken. So that's Theories and Thoughts tribe, just in case.
Yeah, y'all, and tell y'all people about it. I mean,
right, get your friends to sign up too, because we're y'all know Arnya be shopping. I don't shop as much as her. I'm more of I gotta plan this out, then
let me get my painting real quick.
Okay.
Let me see.
I need to know about your chair too. But
that's from look, my bottom.
So why are you getting whatever? The painting that she's supposed to be getting. I was trying to think, did we have any sponsors? Well, I can be telling you all though that. Oh, okay. Oh, this was the painting.
Yeah.
Oh, this was you showed me another one. You bought two?
No, this is the one I bought. It's called Healing.
Oh.
You looked at the one with the red hair?
I don't know. It seemed like it was 2 to 3 people on it. Was it?
Oh, that was Sharona's birthday present.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. I didn't know you had about another one. Another painting.
Who's
the artist for this? I love this though.
Her name is Alicia. I'm actually her manager now. See what you do to me? You make me become a businesswoman more and more. She can be found Alicia Palette on Instagram.
How do you spell Alicia?
Oh shit. Let me look. I got this chair from Office Next.
Does it support your back?
Yes, ma'am, because I got back issues. Her name is ALYSHAS.palette. PALETTE.
ETTE. 2 L's?
2 L. No, 1 L. 1 L.
1 L. Okay.
I'm actually her manager now too. So I purchased. I knew that I had an idea that Sharona like art, but in her office, in her salon, she had this black wall that didn't have nothing on it. And instead of just talking about her, it's 1A. But instead of talking about her, I bought a painting for her to put on there, and it's 3 girls with natural hair, and it has her business logo on it, her 2 business logos on it. So that's the one that Fancy's talked about that I absolutely like. But yeah, that was hand painted. Isn't that nice? It was like $150.
Yeah, it is nice. How big is it? I mean, I saw the thing, but I be trying to.
It's good. It's 37. I'll have to tell you later.
Okay.
With measurements, but
because that's the reason why I was trying to see, okay, if you tell me that, I can kind of better gauge what I'm looking for too.
And that one is called Healing. She has shirts and mugs and stickers. She got all kinds of stuff.
Cool.
She has all kinds of. She had just finished painting that, and it was healing. And she was like, I'm gonna have some, because she does the print. So you get it any size. You can get the print or you can get the canvas. Maybe the canvas, yeah. But that one, yeah. As soon as I seen that, I was like, it looked like the lady is on her knees looking up. And I was like, I need that. So I'm probably gonna put that right here in this office somewhere. And yes, I do spend a lot of money. And that's a damn shame. How much money? These lashes, y'all like my magnetic lashes? They're magnetic. I'm not gonna take them off and put them back on because it's gonna take me a while to make them put them back on. It's not as stressful as the glue, and they're not heavy as whenever you have the glue on. But it does the way my eyes, even when I have glue lashes, for some reason over here be acting crazy. This one part over here, it don't be wanting to act right. Thank you.
Okay. I was looking for the list. That's why I hadn't been saying anything.
You're fine. But yeah, but y'all know, also go to SwagHer.net for the Tumblr. I'm always writing on my Tumblr.
I know I thought I put this.
The link for the newsletter. Don't forget, if your friends miss the if y'all can't do the visual and you rather do Spotify, we do have a Spotify account for Theories and Thoughts podcast, and we also have a playlist. Go check out the playlist. I promise you're gonna love the playlist.
Yeah, I need to
listen to it.
I need to listen to it for the week. I don't know why I hadn't thought about it. I mean, just I be trying to listen. Like I try to just make certain I go and give it a spin like once a week. So, and it always puts me in a good mood. I don't know what link is at.
You put me onto some new music on there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the kind of shit. I said, where she find this? I am a queen. I'm like, okay, sis.
No, but I'm telling you, I'm trying to get Tony. One of them might be from Mate Patrava. I may be saying it so wrong, but that's like the spirit something ritual. That album is one, and I interviewed her a few years ago for the magazine. But Tony, I can't remember her last name. That's the one I tagged you that day in the IG stories. Like her album is it's a little bit more faster. It's an affirmation album, but it sounds so good. So I don't know if I put one of her songs on there, but girl, I love listening to that now in the morning. It gets me going. So
get you going. That's why I'm thinking about putting that picture on the wall and putting affirmations around it.
Oh, that'd be cute.
So, anything else before we close?
No, I can't find the link, so I'm upset about that. But if you visit the website and you're asked to subscribe to the newsletter, just, do us a favor, join our little mailing list. We're trying to grow it because there's some other things that we want to be doing as well, and that's like a start to those things. So,
it would be good content. We have some good stories on there as well.
Oh yeah, we had some good celeb interviews. We had Golden Brooks.
I know. I was hating when you told me. Now I love you, but like
I was like, I hope Arnya don't be mad, but I
feelings. I was like, oh, petty ass. Let me tell you, because I was watching Girlfriends before they got back on Netflix. I was watching it on CW something.
Oh, the CW. I really don't watch. I've only watched a few episodes of this.
Really, girl? Let me tell you. There's three shows that make me feel good. That are my feel good shows. Girlfriends, Living Single, and Different World. I can watch them all the time. I'm telling you. I can watch them all the time, especially Girlfriends. It just feel good. And I can relate. I'm more like Joan.
Okay. I can't say because I don't really know. That's why I did not want to do that interview. But who did it? Clarissa. Clarissa did a great job with it. And then Chris Natha interviewed, is it Angela Roberson? The woman from The Have and the Have Nots. And she did. That was a really good interview. And very in-depth too. Yeah.
I thought thought you would like living single, especially the magazine part.
People always feel like I'm one of those people. Once I watch something, I don't really watch it again. That's the thing. Really? Unless it's on order, I cannot watch stuff repeatedly. But the thing is, with my mom being here now, she be watching those shows, so I be like, oh, that's what took place back then. And because I was watching this stuff like 3rd, 4th grade, so yeah. And we record everything like on VCR. So I was the recorder for a lot of the times. I guess that's why I don't. Why now I just be like, okay, we already got it on VHS somewhere.
I love, like, especially living single. I'm more like Regine. I don't know. Maybe I am. Especially with changing my hair, because she always changed her hair.
She did. All right. So, y'all.
Next week is election. We will have Ernest Drone. Remember the guy who did the he did like 2 articles for us on politics? We got a lot of traction on that article.
We did. I remember Ernest now.
He will be on with us. He's already confirmed. So that'll be next week. And then I don't know if y'all, Tashara. Okay, so Tashara, she's on the news here, and she made headlines because she wore a bun mohawk on the news, and people was just like, "Come on, sis," and people were saying it was unprofessional. But baby, guess who interviewed her? We are. How about that? I am so excited about that. She has confirmed, unless nothing else comes up. She was like, we want her on tonight. We was going to do kind of a different show. But she emailed me back today and was like, let's try for the Tuesday after the election. She's going to send me the promotional stuff. I'm like so amped. I was like, I'm walking through this week like, give me that. This is mine. Give me that. That one too. Okay. But yeah. I'm so bucked up about her. And then the following week, we have a young lady talk about being single. She has a new book out. So, anywho, you can find me, Ladi, LadiCEO on Instagram. I had to think where it was. And Facebook, Ladi, LadiCEO. On Facebook, Twitter, I'm a LadiCEO. Don't forget, this shirt coming soon to Miss Thangz Boutique. The future is female. And we have, I put up a post today about this shirt because you always call me conservative because I am a bit conservative. But I have a shirt that says my hair is soft and my booty is too.
Oh, I saw that. And I was like, where that came from? So, okay, I guess that was your, that's your comeback. Okay.
No, I am very conservative. So I was really nervous about that shirt. And I was like, but I say that. Like, I tell people that. But I was like, would I really wear it? So that's that. You can find me on MissThangzBoutique.com. A Ladi Her Wine. Get at me.
All right. Well, so my tags are SwagHer.net. That's SwagHer.net. And you all can find me on all social media at Fancy SwagHer, FANCY SwagHer. And I now have a link tree. I'm trying to start like posting more of the interviews and things like that I'm doing there. Anything of significance will be there. So you all can find me on Linktree with the, is it backslash? Whatever the slash is, Fancy Styles. Also, I just wanted to shout out Her Conclave, the Girl I Thought I Was About to Lose My Mind event that's taking place November 7th. I don't know why I hadn't thought to mention it, but you all can get your tickets, and the website is herconclave.com. I'll be one of the panelists. It's going to be like a very interesting event, and we're really big on sisterhood. So that's actually why when I mentioned the interview earlier, the interview was prior, well, like in preparation for the event. So you all check that out, please. And she has a special that is going on. So if you purchase a ticket, then you can get a ticket for a friend for 99 cents. So y'all could really split the ticket, the ticket price, and then split 99 cents if you're smart. Just saying.
That part. And you have All About Melanin.
Oh, Yeah, that's tomorrow, but I don't think it's gonna be.
I don't think it's live
this shit. Yeah.
So Fancy got a bunch of things popping, podcasts and everything. If you would like to have her on your platform, get at me. ARNYA at LadiCEO.com. Yeah.
Right. Nope.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.